YouTube. I am here today for a tarot pick a card reading for you all. So I will get the cards shuffled for you to pick from, and then I will start the reading. So for group 1 for June 2026, what is happening for group 1? I'm going to move this candle. What is happening for group 1, June 2026? Protection. And group 1's feather is this. Boop, boop, boop. What is happening for group 2 in June 2026? What is happening for group 2 in June 2026? Group 2 in June. Ooh. Group 2 in June. What's happening for group 2? I'll go with this one. Reflect. And group 2's feather is this black and white feather. Group 3's card for June 2026. What's happening for group 3? Whoa, that is way too many things for group 3. So we're going to go with optimism, since it flew right to where group 3 is going to be set up. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. And group 3's feather is the black feather. What's happening for group 4 in June 2026? Ambition. Alright, so I'll get a better view of the cards so you guys can pick your group. And yeah. Okay. Sorry. This phone stand is kind of finicky. Okay. I think we're good. Alright. We've set our piles aside here. Hello, group 1. So if you chose this little multicolored feather and this protection card, this is your reading. So I'm going to start with your feathers, meaning I gotta try not to get my face in here. So I just looked up the feather meanings on Google, so it could be wrong. I don't really know much about feathers, if I'm being honest with you guys. But I'm here to learn new things. So this is your feather, and so a multicolor feather is a sign of unity, joy, and harmony. And your message from the universe is you're doing great and you should keep going. So, multicolored feathers are a good sign. I'm not sure what kind of bird this is from, but yeah. So, your card is protection. Keep some aquamarine close. Mermaids' tears have been known to create these precious gems. So, I'm not sure what that means. Anyways, so I'm going to get you a tarot card to tell like about your month overall, a self-care card to tell about your month overall, and then we'll go week by week. So that's what you can expect. So, oh, there's a robin outside. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have like the window open, but it's fine. Because I will get distracted by creatures and things. Group 1, June 2026, their overall energy this month. Group 1's overall energy in June. Okay, I'll take those two. Group 1's self-care in June. What should Group 1 do for self-care in June? So, I do not take reversed cards, first of all, I'll tell you that. So, your overall energy in June is, I see that whatever you have been manifesting and like working on and like the fruits of your labor are like coming into bloom, and because you've like put in all this hard work like behind the scenes and all this energy, I'm getting you are the master of your fate. So you've been putting in all this work, and I feel like in June you're going to be able to share with your community, like you're giving your time, your energy, maybe even money or donations to your community because you have manifested so much for yourself that now you have abundance and you are able to do that. Yeah. So that's like your overall month. And you just have to remember that like the universe is protecting you, and they will help you be able to produce the life you want, is kind of what I'm hearing. So you may be like manifesting this month, like abundance for yourself. You may be manifesting like protection from negativity this month as well. So you have look for fairies. So I'm with this card, it's kind of like spending time in nature. Maybe you do actually like have a fairy garden, and maybe you'll like set that up because it is kind of springtime. Although it doesn't quite feel like spring or summer here yet for me, I'm not sure why. Beauty ritual, so maybe like taking care of yourself, you know, is a really big thing for you this month. Maybe you get your nails done, maybe you do your hair differently, maybe you could even be like working out, like trying to get stronger, like trying to help your body like be healthier. But yeah, so that's a self-care thing. Connect with crystals. So again, with like connecting with the earth, I feel like is a big one for you this month. Crystals can also be like protection as well. Where's obsidian? I think this is obsidian, I'm not sure. But obsidian is supposed to be good for like protection. Tiger's eye is good for protection. I don't know much about crystals, I just have them because I like shiny rocks. But yeah, so then we'll go week by week. So what does the first week of June look like for pile 1? First week of June for pile 1. Oh, that is a lot of cards, my friend. Take those 2. Okay. So, for week 1, I'm seeing triumph. Is like basically what this card means. And like emotional fulfillment is what I see this as. So maybe in the first week of the month, you are like winning an award, getting a promotion, yeah, you feel like you have won a battle in sorts, maybe gotten over a challenge in the first week. Let's see what this says too, because it's been a hot minute here, my friends. Okay, where am I? Here we go. No. We'll get there eventually, trust me. This is 6. Yeah, victory. Your trials have led to success. Go forth with confidence, knowing that you can now reap the rewards of your hard work, which is kind of what I was saying about June overall, is you're reaping the rewards of your hard work, which may have been manifesting. And basically, like, you are controlling your fate, and like you have worked hard for this victory. Your challenges have been overcome, and it's time to celebrate your victories. Cups. 9. This card indicates nothing but good and joyful things. You have won. So yeah, you're definitely winning something in the first week of June. It's definitely something that you have been wanting for a while, I feel like. And it's something that may allow you to give more to others. Or will just like make you a happier person, which then like you're giving that energy out to the world. Yeah. Your wishes have come true. This is a time of true and stable joy. Things are balanced and harmonious. That's crazy because the feather is harmony. Okay, so in week 1, seems like you are winning something, or your wishes are coming true. Something you've manifested is finally coming to be. Okay. Week 2 for group. Ah, that's a lot of cards. Let's try that again. Give me less cards this time. Week 2 for group 1. Week 2 of June for group 1. What's happening in week 2 of June for group 1? Okay. So 2 of Cups. So yeah, definitely harmony. It could be a relationship in June, the second week of June. that could have been like what you were manifesting was a relationship, because this is all about like emotional fulfillment. But that could have been the challenge that you overcame. Maybe romance was hard like these past months, and June might be your month for that if that's what you're looking for. If not, then it could just be, you're emotionally fulfilled in what you're doing, whatever that may be. Harmony is a big one for that as well. Yeah. Let's see what this says about it. I like to check that I'm saying the right things to you guys. So if that annoys you, I'm so sorry. I'm a worrywart and like to check things. A harmonious new relationship is beginning. This is a magical time of new love. This union will lead to a balance in your life that will help you grow as an individual. By embracing the love of another, you are finding deeper love for yourself. Yeah. It doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship. It could just be getting along better with maybe like a friend or a family member as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. Yeah. So week 3 for group 1. What's happening in week 3 of June for group 1? The Hermit. So searching. So in week 3, you are searching for something. You are lonely, maybe. What number is this? 9. Wisdom turn... Oh. Huh. I don't know. Wisdom turned out to be no great thing, just a soft knowing radiating from within you. It is strange how the moments of utmost clarity can be so simplistic. Yesterday, this was a cup of tea, and I was a whirlwind of thoughts and subtle anxieties. Today, this is a cup of tea, and it satisfies my entire being. At the height of our spiritual journey, we may find that life is only made of moments, and the secret is to be present as they pass. How much have we given away in the pursuit of ambitions? How much have we missed, trapped in our minds, running over the narratives of our lives? Instead, let go of your ego, let go of this idea of yourself, then you will touch the truth that is the fundamental fabric of the universe. All things are one. Slow down, or you may miss it. So, that's a lot of words. So, you are on a spiritual journey. Week 3, I'm thinking maybe this is telling you to live in the moment and try to see things as they are without, like seeing things from a different perspective almost, but seeing things as not yourself. Like, keeping yourself out of situations, but like looking at them, if that makes sense. I feel like that doesn't make sense. That's what I'm feeling this is meaning. And it's also meaning searching like for meaning, purpose. So I feel like in week 3, maybe you're rethinking this 2 of Cups, whatever it is. Like, you're like, okay, I was harmonious, and now you're kind of like, I need to live in my present moment. But yeah. Or it could be that this person kind of makes you go on a spiritual journey. Not like makes you, not like forces you, but like maybe they bring something up that makes you think, oh man, maybe I should, look into that more. And then you start on your spiritual journey. Um, yeah. I don't know. I don't really like the way that they made the hermit in this booklet, but that's fine. So then in the last week of June for pile 1, what is going on? What is going on in the last week of June? Okay. Ace of Cups. So that's like emotional fulfillment, emotional new beginnings. That could do with a relationship. A lot about relationships this month. A new relationship has sprung up in your life. This is a well for you to draw love from. Embrace it. It may be a friend, romantic partner, or a new member of the family. These emotions of newness are healthy and important to your well-being. So yeah. So overall, your month is looking pretty positive. Maybe in week 3, you're kind of unsure about things, unsure about where you're going. But overall, like, you are feeling this emotional fulfillment. You are feeling like you won. And you have enough abundance of like whatever this is to give back to the world. So yeah, so it's looking pretty good for you guys. Thank you for watching. Bye. Hello, pile 2. So if you chose this black and white feather and the reflect card, this is your reading. So first I'm going to start with the feather meaning. I forgot to do charms for the last group. I guess we aren't doing charms today. Sorry, guys. It's just a monthly reading, so. Okay. So we'll start with your feather meaning, which is just for fun. I looked it up on Google. I don't know much about feathers. I just wanted to do something a little different and learn some more new things. So a black and white striped feather means balance, spiritual awakening, divine protection, and you may also be seeking balance or harmony in your life. Reflect. Peer into the endless ocean and see what peers back. So that's kind of your theme for the month. So you're going to be reflecting. So get you an overall tarot card for the month. What is happening for group 2 in June 2026? Okay, that fell right out. So, okay. So with the reflect card here, I'm seeing that when you reflect, in order to get this balance that we talked about with the feather, you may need to walk away from something. And it may be difficult to walk away from, but because you were able to reflect, you are able to walk away from whatever this may be. And because you walked away, you have the ultimate fulfillment card, which is the Ten of Cups, which is all about family and harmony and fulfillment, obviously emotional fulfillment. So yeah. So it seems like you may have to reflect on your life and maybe make a hard decision that may end up leading to this. Wow, my words are not coming out right now. It's weird because in pile one, I was talking fine, and now all of a sudden I can't talk. I don't understand what that is about. Okay, group 2 for June. What does group 2? No. How many is that? Oh, okay. It felt like more than that. Okay, we can do 2. So you have Sync with the Moon and Burning Bowl Ritual. So the Burning Bowl Ritual is about letting go of something, which is kind of funny that you have this card about walking away from something. So I feel like this month you may be reflecting, which leads you to walk away from something, and you have to let go of whatever that situation was. Syncing with the moon. I don't know much about like moon stuff, so I can't really tell you about that. But if this is something that like you understand, and or something that you want to learn more about, go for it. So now we'll go week by week. So group 2, week 1 of June. What's happening for group 2 in the first week of June? Group 2, the first week of June. Group 2. Group 2, first week of June. I knew there was another one. I knew there was another one. I could feel it. I was like, we're not done yet. Okay. So, in your first week, you have like a passionate offer that is coming in fast. I'm going to get out my little book just to see what it's saying to us. I like to read from the booklet sometimes. This night is a messenger of good news, tidings of success or achievement of something you have worked hard for. The almost reckless confidence of this night is appropriate for the situation and your current position. So in your first week, you are successful in something, and someone is delivering this good news to you. Clinging to things you have achieved out of fear of loss may be keeping you from new opportunities. There may be room for new and exciting growth when you find the courage to let go of the things that may actually be burdening you. I swear I don't normally talk like this. I don't know what's going on. So it seems like these two things seem kind of separate to me. So you're getting good news, but I have a feeling it may not be about what you need to let go of, or you may need to let go of something in order to get good news. But the good news came out first, so I'm feeling like the good news is happening first. Maybe it's saying like don't cling so hard to whatever this is, or else you won't be able to grow. You won't be able to get this fulfillment. But yes, so letting go is definitely a big theme in June for you. And so the burning bowl ritual, you can look it up. I'm pretty sure you just like write down whatever you want to let go of, and then you burn that piece of paper, and it like signifies you letting go of that. It may also just be like letting go of certain burdens in your life, walking away from things that may be causing you a lot of stress. But yeah, in week 1, you get good news, and you are also working on letting go of something. So we'll get you a week 2. What is happening for group 2 in the second week of June? Group 2, second week. Okay, so charity. So in the second week of June, you are feeling charitable. You're giving to others, whether it be time, money, emotions. This card shows money. I know a lot of us are not in positions to give money right now. So if that is you, don't give money if you can't, obviously. But let's see what the book says. Financial success is at hand. You are stable and successful. This is a time of prosperity and joy. You will find that spreading the wealth and increasing the security and joy of others is the best way to enjoy your stable position. So yeah. So to me, I'm almost feeling like maybe you're doing some decluttering in the first week of June, and like in the second week, maybe you're donating some of that stuff. Could be. It doesn't have to be like monumental changes in your life, you know what I mean? But decluttering can always be good. But yeah. Yeah, basically just giving to others. So, week 3 of June for pile 2. I'm feeling this one. Okay. King of Swords. So yeah, definitely cutting something out of your life. That's kind of what like the King and Queen of Swords like signify to me, is like power and like cutting things out of your life that are bad for you, obviously. But I see what the book says, because sometimes I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, no. Sorry, my cat is here. I am back. So my phone decided to run out of charge. So the King of Swords. So I'm gonna have to edit. So I don't even know if this video is gonna end up online, because sometimes when I have to edit things, my brain goes, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna do it. But we are talking about your 4th week of June, pile 2. So, a person of great authority reigns, but this authority is not the result of that person's aggression, but instead has been earned through their leadership, fair judgment, and the delicate balancing of tricky situations. Listening to this person will be for the best. So, someone is giving you advice in the last week of June. Someone of authority, maybe. And I feel like listening to their advice may help you to feel fulfilled, but I'm feeling almost like you are fulfilled. Wait a second. This is the third week. Girl, I can't count, apparently. Because I saw 4 cards and I was like, oh, 4 weeks. No. This is the third week. Okay, you have 1 more week in June. So I guess I'll get that card. Final week of June. The moon. So this can be about like mystery, bottled up feelings. In the end, the main journey of one's life is inwards. Give that journey more attention. As we evolve from our simplest selves, the world and life have a way of turning us into complex beings, often too much so. Let the moon guide you back to the pure simplicity of spirit. It can often feel elusive or just out of reach. Follow where it leads. The alleyways of our minds often uncover the things that are holding us back. But where does the moon get its light from? It is the great mirror in the sky. Just as the moon reflects the light before it, be a reflection of the world as it acts upon you. When there is joy to be had, be joyful. When there is sadness to be felt, truly feel it. When there is injustice, rise up. When there is love, simply smile. Be present in the moment, and you will know the true meaning of life. And when the sun leaves, when emotions leave, let them go. That's crazy. Let them go. Return to the sacred darkness of your inner being. So, the moon may have significance. Oh, you can't even see that. Okay. The moon may have significance in the last week of June. Now, I don't know when the full moon is, so, and I know nothing about the moon cycles, so that's helpful. But I'm feeling like in the last week, like in the first and last week of the month is really when you're doing your like major reflecting. And I almost feel like you're starting on a spiritual journey at the end of June. Maybe based on, what this authority figure has told you. Maybe it kind of pushes you towards looking into spirituality. You may just be more present at the end of June and more in tune with what in your life like you want to hold on to and what in your life you should be letting go of. But yeah, the major theme of this month is reflecting, letting go, and like fulfillment. There's definitely something that you should be reflecting on and letting go of this month. So yeah. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hello, Group 3. If you chose optimism and the black feather, this is your pile. So I looked up feather meanings on Google. I don't know much about feathers, so if I get this wrong, I apologize. But black feathers signify protection and inner strength. The universe is protecting you, and this month you may face your fears and embrace the unknown because you are protected and you have inner strength. So this month you have optimism. After each rainstorm, there will be clear skies. So I definitely feel like there's something fearful, just like based on your feather and based on this, the rainstorm. Something like in your past may be causing you fear. But like just know that you are protected and like to remain optimistic. So we'll get you a card first. So this is just like an overall, like, what is June about for Group 3? What is June about for Group 3? Yeah, there's definitely some trial that you've had to go through. I'm feeling like that's not now. Hold on. Hold on. 1 second. Let me get a clarifying. Yeah. So, in June, I'm feeling like the universe is telling you to remain optimistic and that they are protecting you and that you need to face your fears head on. Because now I know Page of Swords is usually like someone's coming in. But to me, they're both in a similar position of looking towards the battle ahead. Which whatever that battle may be, whatever that rainstorm in your life may be, the universe is telling you to stay optimistic because they are protecting you and you have the inner strength to overcome this. So we'll get you a self-care for June. Pile 3. Pile 3. I don't know, I had to sing it. Oh. Okay, those two together are kind of funny. Not funny, just, oh gosh, my cat is throwing up. That's lovely. Why are we throwing up right this second? Oh. Sorry for that lovely noise that we just witnessed. So, alone time and pleasure. Now, I don't know what I'm allowed to talk about on YouTube, so I feel like you can connect the dots between these two as to what I'm thinking in my brain. But, so alone time, you may need like to isolate yourself from others. I'm almost feeling like you need to rest. pleasure. It could just be doing things that you enjoy. But yeah. So yeah. I'll be right back. I'm so sorry. I am back. It has been a chaotic morning, it seems. From my phone not charging, to my cat throwing up, to my words not working. I don't know if this is getting uploaded. But yeah, so we'll go week by week now for, oh gosh, the phone is moving. Okay. Stay. All right. So, week 1 for group 3 in June. Okay. Judgment. I always forget what judgment means. 20. The Judgment card is the beginning of a new cycle in your life. It is the culmination of your journey. It is time to be reborn, to rise above your current situation. So yeah, I definitely feel like the battle is like nearly done, and you're overcoming this in the first week. Whatever this battle you've been going through is. And you are rising above whatever situation it may be. And reap the rewards of a life spent in pursuit of a higher self. In reaching this plane of existence, realize that you are still deeply connected to all planes of being. Your mind is enlightened. Your mind is still muddy. Your spirit is risen. Your spirit is still struggling. You are a spiritual being. You are a human being. The struggle was enlightenment the whole time. You just didn't have the eyes to see it. You have found that enlightenment does not mean your whole world changes and you can't recognize yourself in the mirror anymore. Instead, awakening is a subtle shift in your consciousness. Understand the duality of life and death. The sun and moon still rotate, but you are comfortably sat in the liminal space in between. No longer needing to commit to dark or light, you can sit and observe. Smile softly, laugh heartily. So to me, that last little bit of sitting and enjoying, stay optimistic and notice the little things in life, and I feel like that will kind of help you get through this battle. But you also definitely have to face some sort of fear with your inner strength. Yeah. But yeah, you are rising above whatever has caused you to feel hurt. Okay. Week 2 for group 3. Week 2 for group 3. So in the second week, another kind of new beginning card. So you're definitely moving out of this energy, out of, okay, out of this energy, out of feeling hurt, out of the fear, okay? And you are like rising above it. And this is getting you onto like a new cycle in your life, which could be a new emotional opportunity. Now, cups usually has to do with some sort of relationship, whether it be love or family, friends, coworkers. Yeah. A new relationship has sprung up in your life. This is a well for you to draw love from. Embrace it. It may be a new friend, a romantic partner, or a new member of the family. These emotions of newness are healthy and important to your well-being. So, group 3, week 3 of June. That's crazy. That's crazy because the last pile just got these 2 cards for their first week. So, in your third week, you are receiving good news. And this card is all about like clinging onto things in your life, and you may be clinging onto things too hard, which may end up backfiring on you, and you may end up losing the things you are clinging onto. It is also a card that can be associated with letting go, but I almost feel like you're having a new beginning this month in something, and this new beginning may lead you to some good news. And you may like try to cling on to this good news. I think the cards are saying like be careful about clinging on too tight. And that could also go for relationships as well. Be careful, like, let's say you get a new friend or you get in a new relationship. You don't want to like suffocate the person. You know what I mean? So I think it's just like a card of warning. Like, yes, hold on to the things you have because like you don't know when they're going to be gone. But don't cling on so tightly that you end up losing whatever that thing or person is. It could also do with finances as well. But yeah, we'll get a week 4 of June for pile 3. Pile 3, week 4 of June. Whoa. 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 Okay. I don't do reversed. Just putting that out there in case there's fellow tarot readers and you're like, that one came out reversed. Yes, I know. So, you have the Devil card. I don't even know if I can show that on YouTube anymore. I like the good old days of YouTube when you could show nudity. Okay. I always forget what the devil means. I know what it means in my brain, but I don't think I can say that on YouTube, so here we are. Here we are. Some sweetness cures the soul. With the devil, sweetness inevitably leaves a bitter aftertaste. But do you rid yourself of the aftertaste by eating more grapes off the vines? Or do you abstain until the temptation no longer works on you? It is very common to be a captive of one's own desires. They can bind us and grip us until we feel we can no longer breathe under the pressure. So to me, like, the clinging on could also be a bad habit of yours. And this card may be saying, like, warning you to abstain from this clingy behavior. That's almost what I feel like it is. It could also be like, I'm almost getting greed is kind of the sense of this card as well. Like, yeah. When the devil appears, it is a sign that something in your life is holding you back. This card is also about being held back by what you're clinging on to. So, will you succumb to the desire, or will you free yourself? It is a simple, quiet strength we all possess that can shatter the illusion of desire. When we choose to draw on strength, the grips of the devil loosen, and we will feel freer with every step forward we take. So again, with your inner strength, you will be freed. Facing your fears of letting this thing go. So then we also have the King of Cups and the Emperor. So I almost feel like someone, like, apart from this situation, because these two cards came out together, but separate from the devil. Like these two were over here and the devil was over here. So I'm feeling like this devil card is kind of talking about this, kind of a warning, like, you know, don't cling on too tightly sort of thing. And like to use your inner strength. And this is kind of a separate message of, I'm almost feeling like a strong person is giving you an emotional offer. Let me read these two cards for you, just so that way we get the right information, because start with the Emperor. Authority is reigning, but is it protecting or suppressing? There is a fine balance. Design a world that is safe and loving, but be cautious when acting upon your violent masculine energy in order to achieve this. It is ideas that end conflict. Violence is an invasive species. You may be strong, you may protect. Keeping the vulnerable safe is your sacred duty. You manage it well, but don't let this harden you. You can spend your life building a fortress of financial security. Okay, that's crazy. And physical comforts for yourself and the ones you love, but this pursuit is no excuse to close your heart to the emotional experience of life. Ooh. So you might be kind of closed off to the world. Like, if you don't let go of this controlling, clinging onto things nature, you may miss this emotional opportunity. I'm almost feeling like a romantic person is coming in and like giving you kind of an offer almost. and you're kind of like, ooh, kind of like, I don't know, I'm so hurt already. Like, I have to protect myself. But I feel like this is almost telling you to kind of let go of that nature. Um, that's really weird. So you have to stay optimistic. And like inner strength isn't always about like, protecting yourself. It isn't always about, sometimes inner strength is letting go and being the fool. Is kind of like what my brain has thought of just now. Um so the fool is like a leap of faith. So sometimes it takes more strength to jump into the unknown than to be comfortable in what you have now. But, like, if you do take this leap of faith and you do jump into this, it may end up to a happier ending than if you were to just stay in your shell and, like, be strong and protect your peace, like, from other people and, like, not open up. But I think the cards are telling you to open up, like, new emotional beginning, to start a new cycle, to open yourself up to receive love from other people. Because I feel like maybe like you have always been kind of a protective spirit over yourself. But yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling with this. I know it kind of all connects, so maybe like you're kind of trying to still figure out how to open up to others, so like you might revert back and then you're like, oh wait, I have to open up. And so I feel like someone's coming in who's gonna kind of help you open up. To help you get out of this devil energy of that bad habits, which for you is clinging on to things so tight, protecting yourself so much that you kind of close yourself off from the world. So they're kind of helping you out of this feeling. But you have to do the work. You have to be strong and take that leap of faith and do the work and stay optimistic. So, yeah, and alone time is also really important to help you think, reflect on, these situations. To help you reflect on maybe the battle that was just behind you. To help you reflect on that and to help you like think about, okay, how can I protect myself without closing myself off from the world? So yeah, so that's your reading pile 3. Thank you for joining me. Sorry that it's kind of a mess today. I'll see you next time, hopefully. All right. So, hi, pile 4. So, if you chose ambition and this white feather, this is your reading. So I'm going to start with the feather. So I don't know much about feathers or their meanings. So if I get this wrong, I apologize. But I looked it up on Google earlier to get the meaning. So you are protected by the universe. White can symbolize purity and divine guidance and spiritual support. So the universe is protecting you and guiding you. And if you feel lost, this is your sign that you are being watched over and that you are on the right path. So you're on the right path. In June, hopefully. Ambition. Set your sights beyond the horizon. So yeah, so this month you have ambition towards something, and I think the universe is telling you that that is the right path for you to go down. So we'll get like an overall card for June for you. Pile 4, what's happening in June for pile 4? What's happening in June for pile 4? Okay. Well, I guess we're getting you all of the cards. Okay. That's actually kind of crazy. These 2 cards were in the other piles as well. So in June, I'm feeling like your ambition is leading you to success, both emotionally and financially. Like this is the ultimate emotional fulfillment card. It also has strong ties to family, so there may be like, celebrations with family. You may be in a more like giving mood to others, like especially to animals maybe. You can also be like in your feminine emotional energy as well in June. June for group 4. What is a self-care for them? Spend time with friends. Yes. So again, that has to do with like emotional fulfillment. So you could be spending time with friends and family, and yeah, we'll get one more for June. Ah! Throw it on the floor. Positive affirmations. That's a good one for anybody. So, yeah. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. Just like look in the mirror and say, you're doing great. I don't know. Alright. Group 4, week 1 of June. What's happening in the first week of June for pile 4? The Hermit. You're searching. What's happening in the second week? Oh no! That like almost fell. I'm just gonna get all of your weeks and then I'm gonna read because I think that's gonna make my life a little easier here. Week 3. The Magician. And week 4, group 4. Okay. for week 4. Okay. Bloop, 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 bloop. Okay. So, in the first week, we have the Hermit. Which actually, I'm gonna grab my other booklet guy, because I don't like what this book says for the Hermit. So I'm gonna find my booklet that I wrote years ago. What number are you? 4? What? Oh, 9. Prudence. I don't know what that is. Also, and especially treason, dissimulation, corruption, searching or travel. So yeah. So I almost feel like in the first week, you are kind of searching for something. Maybe you're searching for like a sign from the universe that you're on the right path. Let me read what this one said. That one wasn't very good. Wisdom turned out to be no great thing, just a soft knowing radiating from within you. It is strange how the moments of utmost clarity can be so simplistic. Yesterday this was a cup of tea, and I was a whirlwind of thoughts and subtle anxieties. Today this is a cup of tea, and it satisfies my entire being. To me, that almost seems positive affirmation-like. At the height of our spiritual journey, we find that life is only made of moments, and the secret is to be present as they pass. How much have we given away in the pursuit of ambitions? How much have we missed, trapped in our minds, running over the narratives of our lives? Instead, let go of your ego. Let go of this idea of yourself. Then you will touch the truth that is the fundamental fabric of the universe. All things are one. Slow down, or you may miss it. So, while you are searching for answers, I believe, while you are on this spiritual journey, you are reflecting maybe on what your goals are, and like seeing like, okay, how much have I given away towards this goal? Like, is it worth it? And you may like reassess and realize like, okay, I'm going on a new path. Then it's probably not for everyone. This may just be a confirmation of like, you are on the right path because you had this. So while you are on your path, I think this is telling you to slow down, recognize what you have done, because, you know, good and bad, but mostly good. Like, recognize what you have done well, and like keep being curious about the world while also living in the present moment, which can be like hard to do. So that's your first week. You're kind of uncertain, but like with that positivity, it will help you, and like ambition and like looking and seeing, okay, this is what I've achieved, and being more positive can help you like find whatever it is you're looking for, I guess. 5 of Swords. I always forget what this one means. Success achieved by violence and aggression never ends conflict. You may feel like you have won a battle in your life, but at a cost that may be much higher than you can know. What you have taken can be taken from you. Yeah, something about the costs of, like, the toll of whatever ambition you are pursuing, like, on yourself. Like, maybe you're reflecting on that. That's really weird. I don't know. I don't know. But if you are achieving things in an unethical way, whether that be cheating, violence, aggression, if you're doing things in an unethical way to make yourself succeed, I think the universe is telling you, don't do that. Like, the ambition is great, but don't take from others. But yeah. So then in your third week, you have the Magician, which is all about manifesting, being in your power. So maybe this searching that you are doing has made you come to the realization that you haven't been going about this in the right way. Whatever this situation is, whatever your goals are, you haven't been going about it in the right way. And you realize that in the second week because you were reflecting, because you were searching. But you also need to recognize the positives that have been happening as well. But I think there's something here that you have been going about in the wrong way, and the universe is saying to you to take that ambitious spirit and do things in a way that is not only more fulfilling for you, but more fulfilling for the universe as well, and to the people around you. I almost feel like you're reflecting on your past and you're being like, oh my gosh, I was kind of not the greatest person. You know, I took this from someone, I took that from someone else, I was aggressive. You know, we have all been there in our past. It's nothing to be ashamed of. But I think this is telling you, like, to really, like, dig deep, like, look into yourself, reflect, and realize, like, what your mistakes might have been, and take your goal and start manifesting the future that you want. Let me read the Magician for you. Boop. It is time to feel achievement, although the achievements may be small and not nearly completed. But you feel a confidence as you realize that you already have the tools you need to bring your ideas to life. So act, create. It is a time for action and momentum. Look to the intellect, but work with the hands to make things happen. So yeah. So you have to create things yourself. You cannot take things from other people in order to achieve whatever this, like, goal is. Like, the universe is telling you, like, you have the power within yourself to create the future that you want without taking things from others. However, within this action, do not rely too heavily on consistency down the line. Your progress may turn to illusion, but that's all right. What you are doing now doesn't need to stay the same until the end of the project or adventure. Instead, what you are doing now is setting things in motion through direct action. So there's definitely something about ambition towards a goal. Like, you definitely want to set something in motion in the correct way this month, I feel like. Because I almost feel like in week 2, this is the past. In week 2, you're thinking about how you used to go about things. You're reflecting on how you used to go about things in the first 2 weeks and realizing, like, that's not okay. And so then in the 3rd week, you're like, okay, I'm going to make this change. I'm putting things in order. I'm, taking action towards this goal. All on my own. I'm not taking from others anymore. And I feel like this will lead you to options. Now, some of the options are better than others, okay? But now you have the power to choose, like, where you want to go in the 4th week, because you are setting things up and, like, setting things in motion for yourself. However that may be done. I don't know what your specific goal is, but you're definitely taking action towards it. And, like, you're going to choose the right option because you also have the sun, which is, like, all about happiness and positivity. And, like, I feel like maybe you haven't quite reached the goal you're going for yet, but, like, you're on the right track in the 4th week, and you're just happy, like, working towards it. You're happy that you get to have all these options and, like, choose the option that fits best for your goal. And just overall, like, joyful. Like, you find that you're enjoying the journey towards the goal that you want. Like, you're finally slowing down and living in the moment, and you're just happy on the journey. You're grateful for your options you have. And I think this is definitely something you learned from whatever this is in your past that you're thinking about. Overall, a pretty good month for you. You may feel kind of down in the first couple weeks, You're like, oh man, I was really not nice, But I'm thinking that this is telling you, like, spend time with people that will bring you up. Spend time with people that are emotionally fulfilling to you, like, and also give yourself affirmations and be like, yeah, but I am this way now. Like, I am better now. Like, I am, a great person now. Like, I'm spending time with the people I care about. I'm, maybe you're helping animals in some capacity. You have a fulfilling life and you have things to be grateful for. And I think that, like, this is just reminding you to reflect on that as well, and don't just focus on, oh, I was a horrible person in the past. Like, everyone is a horrible person at one point or another in their life. I think it's saying, like, you're gonna get over this, and you are gonna be able to appreciate living in the moment and appreciate just the journey of working towards your goal. So, sounds like a pretty good month for you. Thanks for watching. Bye.